outside of Trump, I thought going in, DeSantis was probably, the best total package of the people that were there. When the debate was over, I felt the same way. Basically, I think he held his own. I'm not saying he
didn't excel.
He didn't move towards closing the deal by any means, but he held his own. But when he first started out, he looked like he was angry, like he was trying to, and that's not really to this point been what I've seen of him. He's been calm, cool, collected, and he was like somebody had told him, "You've got to be stern. You've got," his eyes were like bulging. And it's kind of, that was a little out of character.
Too much, yeah.
And
too much for him.
Caustic and abrasive personality. I think it comes across that way.
Yeah. But I thought as the night went on, actually he calmed down and went back to him normal self, and I think he did a good job. The surprise of the night for me, I thought, was Nikki Haley. I obviously know who she is, but I hadn't really followed her.
Right.
Hadn't seen as much of her as some others. I thought she had the right mixture of fight and especially foreign policy. She could explain things where more people could understand it, but she didn't mind fighting when she had to fight. Pence, regardless, he will always be known to those that support Trump as somebody who turned on Trump.
Yeah.
I don't think he'll ever overcome that.
He was adhering to the Constitution.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't like he did something.
That's true, but I'm saying the Trump cult followers don't look at it that way.
Correct.
And so they're going to say, you went against our guy, and so therefore,
He quit.
He quit.
He quit.
Shep Pence.
Vivek, obviously the one that's been talked about.
You're getting ready to have to use a beep.
I got the finger.
The one that's been talked about maybe the most, Ramaswamy, to me, it's just something about him that I'm hesitant.
Yeah, you're not drawn
towards
to him yet.
Just by, just his mannerisms and how and what he says. Ultimately, I think what will prevent him from being the nominee, I think he'll be involved in some way, shape, or form. But I think ultimately his business ties to China will prevent him. I mean, there's a lot of people that are, China is buying land in the United States,
Sure,
and they got all in. Let's be honest, nothing wrong with it. He did nothing illegal, but a lot of money that he made from overseas
And it'll be held
dealings
against
in China. And eventually, once people get in the middle of all that, they will they'll hold that against him.
But the one thing about Vivek, he may be a good running partner because of his social media presence. And I think the landscape
And he
has
represents
changed.
a younger generation.
Yeah, the landscape has changed. It's kind of like Gavin said one time in a town council meeting. The old guard is gone. And I can see a newer, younger generation coming.
Shep, the old guard is back.
And they're going to be very much in tune to social media. And I think that will be, if Vivek has a chance, I think it's because of social media.
Well, and I'll just...
Not on his political career because it doesn't exist.
And I agree with you with Vivek. I mean, I like his exuberance. I think he speaks to the younger generation, which we need to have in the Republican Party. I think he shows that you can be an immigrant, son of immigrants who came over here with not a nickel in their pocket and build a great business because the American dream is for everybody. The guy that I wanted to see more of because I love so much is Senator Tim Scott, because he's such a great American story, up from abject poverty to become the United States Senator for a state that was once in the Confederacy. I mean, that says a lot about, I think, the conservative party, the conservative South, and I think he has a great message. He's just not passionate enough. I think it's just not. It's there. I hope he gains some traction there because I really like him. But the jackass of the debate was Chris Christie for me. I mean, what a jackass. I mean, he has always been a jackass. I don't know how the hell he makes it up on the stage. He imploded the last time he ran, which I guess was in 2016. Now his job is to try to degrade Donald Trump, and I think he's going to get the people that won't vote for Trump. But that's not a big electorate size in the Republican Party.
Not in the Republican Party.
Stupid. He should go back to hugging Barack Obama after Hurricane Sandy and just leave governance to some other people because this guy's a joke.